I have a personal vendetta against the number 7. It's the oddest of the odd single-digit numbers. It's just there. That, and it's the only single-digit number, other than 0, with 2 syllables. I remember as a kid hating it when a number was something like 700, 7,017. It just felt crowded. But I suppose it's a hopeless endeavor to hate it. It's not like I can change anything about it. But what about the word hopeless? I think it's the most despicable word in the English language. Not because of some arbitrary linguistic property, but because of what it means and the fact that humanity has deemed it necessary to express its meaning, that suffering perpetuates life in such a way to extinguish, however temporarily, a person's hope. But what about the obviously dumb words, like how we park on driveways or drive on parkways, shipments are carried in trucks or cars, but cargo is carried on ships? Or what about discombobulate?
Discombobulate.
Well, actually, that wouldn't make sense. It means to stun or confuse, and I pretty much always feel that way when I'm faced with that word. And then there's taradiddle. This more or less means that something's pretentious. Does that mean that my entire personality is taradiddleless? Taradiddleful? Taradiddleocious? Have you ever looked out your window in the morning and seen canines and felines plummeting from the heavens? No? Then why is "it's raining cats and dogs" a phrase? And what about buckets and striking them with our feet makes us think about death? And is breaking your leg not the worst case scenario during a performance? Why do we wish that upon others? English is a giant joke. Speaking of falling animals, why do we say we are falling in love? What about a growing fondness for someone makes us think of helplessly succumbing to gravity? Maybe it's something to do with the duality of falling, how thanks to relativity, falling is indistinguishable from floating, other than the air rushing past you. This is because gravity is not a force within the universe, but a distortion of the universe itself. All lines are straight lines except where gravity bends the space those lines occupy. This is also due to how acceleration works and how movement is irrelevant without a reference frame. Long story short, we say we're falling in love because we also feel like we're floating. We feel free, yet we're reminded of how helpless we are in the things we can't control. Love is not a thought. It's not something you have conscious control of. You will love, whether you like it or not. Gravity is all fine and dandy until someone wants to get off the planet. That someone being a selfish billionaire whose only goal is self-preservation and destroying Twitter. But I digress. It is interesting how there are so many jobs whose workers hope for the worst. Phone companies love it when you break your phone, or when its ability to function correctly suddenly drops due to no fault of the manufacturer. Or how cops want people to commit crimes to fill their quotas, mostly people who are already in desperate situations, totally not systemically by design. Mechanics want your car to have problems so they can charge you extra for repairs you didn't even know you needed. Going back to that billionaire that ruined Twitter, he wants to install chips in people's heads, supposedly to allow people to use technology just by thinking about it. Which is cool, I guess, except when you realize that we already have brain-to-technology interfaces. They're called our hands, using keyboards or controllers or touchscreens. I swear, he's like a League of Legends player trying to get his input lag down to 0. Speaking of video games, some games can be kind of like therapy for people, just a way to escape the world or be a cuddly, wholesome environment to make your own. Others, however, might make you need therapy with how dark and gritty their worlds are. All forms of media can inform us of who we are and what we care about. Others are just fun, and you shouldn't really think too much about it. Some may say that getting entrenched in a story can be meaningless. You're just wasting your time in a fantasy land you'll never visit. But they forget that these worlds are inspired by our own, or our idealistic versions of the world we inhabit. Maybe it's not so bad to hope for our world to look a little more like the one on the screen or between the pages. I don't think it's ever a bad thing to hope. Now, if someone can make a world where the number 7 doesn't exist, you'll know where to find me.